Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. In this video, we're going to be reviewing this project here. And this is my personal house, my first house my wife and I lived in once we got married. And right now it's kind of looking a little rough, and that's because we've moved out of it a while ago, but I held on to it. I didn't immediately turn it into a rental. I didn't sell it. I didn't know what to do. We kind of went back and forth between our houses for a while, and then we've just permanently landed where we are. It's too much trouble to go back and forth. I thought it would be cool to have our house where we're at and then this house in town, and to be able to kind of go back and forth and do different things, but it's just way too much trouble. It wasn't as cool of an idea as we thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one ready to be rented and have it be a rental. It's tempting to sell it because of the advantages of selling your primary residence, but I want to go ahead and hang on to it. And you can look into it, sort of the tax advantages of selling your primary residence versus turning it into a rental property. And you kind of make a best choice for you if you're in the same boat. But the outside of this house is wood siding. When I bought it, it was a brick, kind of like this big foam brick tile things, just fiberboard, looked like fake brick basically, just applied to the whole thing, pulled it off, cleaned up the siding and painted it. Well, that paint over time has gotten messed up, and so I'm redoing it. Started out with pressure washing it and scraping it, and then I've gone in, I've had to do siding repair, nailing boards back down, kind of just general prepping it for the paint itself. Ended up having to sand the whole thing. That was rough. And I didn't include any of that because I've just been kind of working on it, but I want to go ahead and show some of this just to have it on this channel because it's a neat little house, and but it will slow my progress down, but I thought it would still be kind of neat. The work that I've done has sort of ended at getting this far. I've done all the siding repair, and then I went back in with a brush and I kind of cut in around all of my windows. And then what I'm going to do is put some plastic up over the windows and then spray and back brush the rest of the siding. So that is what I'm starting today. So we'll pick up there, and also going to be doing a lot of stuff on the interior. Let's go ahead and we'll go inside, have a look at it. So there's a close-up of the siding. So this is the siding. It was white when I pulled the other stuff off. Then I painted it this kind of weird blue-gray color. And then this is the color I've kind of landed on. So you can see the contrast. So it is sort of more of a beigey gray. But that reason it did so bad is because I didn't do as good of a job getting the white paint off when I painted it. So where that peeled off, that's where it's caused the issues. So the house itself, I've moved, I'd say, most of the stuff out, and just some lingering things. But up until just a month ago, this house was totally fully furnished. You walked in it and it just looked like a house someone lived in, but there was just no one here. And I came here every once in a while. It was once in a blue moon. We would all come in the beginning, and then I would come just to work on the $9,000 house because it was so convenient to be here. But yes, it has just turned into that thing where now there's no reason to do it, and I need the money far more than the novelty of having another house sitting somewhere. And that sounds extravagant, but keep in mind I paid about $7,000 for this house, and then I put about $20,000 in renovating it. And so when I bought my new house, it wasn't like I had some big mortgage on this house and had to get rid of it. Like I had to sell it. So we just ended up going to the other one, and then, like I said, for the reasons we didn't do anything different up until now. So it used to have a kitchen island here, dining room table was here. Here's the kitchen. This house was 100% gutted. Gutted this house, totally rewired, totally replumbed it, everything. So every surface on this entire house is new. Even the floors were sanded. They had like 2 layers of underlayment, a bazillion tacks per sheet of underlayment. It was rough. This wall, I took this wall out. This was just a doorway right here. Chimney right here. There was a chimney right here. Took the chimneys out, converted everything to electric, added this in as a pantry. Not a pantry, laundry room. This opening was the same. I did widen this opening. This was a normal width doorway. Let's see over here real quick before we go by. This was just a porch. So I closed that porch in, put down the carpet. So in the $9,000 house, this was sort of my thinking. It's just an alternative entrance to the house on the side, same as the other one. And this is an example. This is actually probably a little narrower, and you can, again, everything's a mess here right now because we haven't been here in a while. And the only times we are here, it's just me, and I'm just a guy here on my own. So it gets messy. I'm not concerned with it. I don't have somebody showing up to worry about and be embarrassed about. But, yeah. Bedrooms. This is my wife and I's bedroom. So it's just, looks like a college boy, just crash pad. But again, I mean, I just packed everything up and left, and this is just all that remaining silliness that you have no idea what to do, and you shove in the basement somewhere. This was my daughter's room. It's on the front of the house. That has a little closet. So in our bedroom, the original bedroom went all the way to that wall, but I framed this in, added this thing in here to get a closet into it. It's a small bedrooms, but the house was very functional for us. Neither one of us minded a small house. So I grew up, I was lived in a trailer at my youngest age, and then a house. So the idea of something being smaller just it doesn't faze me. Bathroom. So framed all this in. Had to completely reframe the whole floor. It was all rotted out. Concrete countertop. Never actually made it to the part where I made the cabinet underneath. There's a mirror I made in one of my videos. That's made out of some of the wood out of the house. Did the whole shower thing. So this is what I'll probably do in the shower on the $9,000 house. Just tile right down to the tub, all the way up to the ceiling. I think that's a easy way to go. The toilet looks nasty just because the house is just sitting here. It's not because I've done something crazy in there. It's just because water just sits in it motionless. Glass block window, my original one, the first one I've done. So that's pretty much it. The basement is my shop. That looks the same as it's always looked. The only other thing that I've done in this house, I think the neighbors are out back, so I might not go out there all the way. But you can see where it looks like that's not light shining. That is new board. So the shingles, I never did them right on the end, and it caused the sheathing on the roof to rot, and it rotted back. Well, I replaced about the bottom 2 feet of shingles and about 1.5 feet of underlayment all the way across. I've already made that repair. And of course, during the pressure washing, I went ahead and pressure washed the deck, stuff like that. So let's get to the painting, and then we'll see what else makes it into a short series on this house. enjoying this video and would like to support the channel, consider doing so using my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Back to the project. And there we go. It's all painted, the siding that is. Need to come back in and do repair work on some of the stuff that is painted white. And the bottoms of all the columns rotted, just where moisture wicked up in them. So I'm going to replace the columns. We'll look at those closer in a second. And this is a close color to what was there before, but before it was a little bluer and a little darker. The foundation is a separate color than the original. The foundation also needs to be painted. I really should maybe redo something about that basement window. I want to put some sort of lattice over that opening. And another one of the issues was those concrete steps. As you can see, the ground's kind of collapsing. So I think what I'm gonna do is bust these up, dig all this out, and then put railroad ties on the against the foundation, and then come up here against the 6x6 and stack them all the way up. And so that'll just be a dirt wall there. I mean, a big railroad tie wall right there that holds all that dirt back. And then I'll just put one step there, which I might just do something like that, just one railroad tie across that. Let's see. View of the front of the house. So much nicer looking. It really had getting pretty ragged out looking with all the peeling paint. And so the issue with the columns, this was the worst one. So you can see there, it's just rotted out where it soaked up the water. I'll have to paint the trim around the door. I'm gonna belt sand that off. It's really, really rough looking. Fill some holes, belt sand it off, and then do a white solid stain. Give you some angles. Issue right there, the band on the front of the house rotted. I don't know if I'm going to fix this right now or not. It would require me to saw the porch, bust that all up, fix that, and then repair the concrete, or remove the concrete porch and build a wooden one across there. Do all the band replacement. It is a band that wraps all the way around, but that's not the one all the joists are hanging on. And the inside of it's okay. It's just, I think, termites and rotted. So this is the broadest side of the house. Had to fix the service entrance, had fallen down, and all those little plastic straps had broken. The weatherhead had kind of fallen apart. You know, I got everything put back together nicely. Didn't have to have electricity turned off. And you can see some sort of variation in sheen. That's some of the areas where the old paint or solid stain was still in good condition that didn't come off, and then the bare wood, so it's just a little flatter looking than in other areas. But I mean, you know, much improved. So I didn't film any of the work on the back side of the house, but we'll take a look at it. It's hard to see back here, but we'll just look at it the best we can. This is a really tricky wall to work on because the bank is, to get a ladder over the steps, though, the ladder has to be way back here. So you have to have a very big ladder, which I have. Then you can see up top, no fascia, no soffits. And then that last board up on top of the sheathing has rotten away. So I'm gonna get up there and replace probably about the last foot of sheathing. So I have to pull the shingles back for that. Fascia, soffits, and then gutters. And then so the downspout will run down here, and I'll probably have it run into a pipe and come out. You can see that black pipe on the bank. All my gutters are connected into black pipes to get all the water around behind the house. Small house, but you know, a ton of water. Then sprayed the underside of that. I had to do that repair there, and once I got down off to the roof, I did discover that some of that little Luan skin that I put underneath of it, just for the looks, that veneer had come off there. So, show you a different angle. Back of the house. This is where I had that time lapse going. Some of the other things I want to do is like around some of the openings, and then right there at the top of the foundation wall, need to do some pointing of, meaning just kind of tucking in some mortar in some of those areas, clean it up before I do the foundation. And also from not having gutters on the back of the house, kind of eroded out the ground. So I would like to kind of fill some dirt back up against the house and get that graded properly. Plus the gutters again, you know, there'll be a gutter across that and a downspout running across. So that's it for this video. I'm just gonna do probably just a small handful of videos on this house, maybe 3 or 4 maybe, if that, of just kind of getting this one back together. Just show you an example of doing something like this. There's always gonna be, some people buy places, there's nothing to do. Then there's places like the other houses I do. Then there's things like this, you know, where I just lived in it for, I think we lived here for 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years. Something around there. Could be more than that. But I bought this house probably like 8 years ago, but the past 3 years it's just been sort of sitting, deciding, deliberating what to do. And that sounds crazy to you. Keep in mind, I was doing all the other stuff, renovating the other houses. And then this house has been very, very handy for me to stay close by in proximity to the other houses I'm working on. And just when I need to be in town, this is a great place to be. And but it's time, need the money, need the kind of security of having it occupied, and I really needed to get on the work. So I didn't want to do all that work and then leave it sitting and kind of lose out on the value of have a fresh paint job and all the little things that I'm doing to it. But yeah, let me know what you think about kind of adding something like this in. Of course, you can check out the links below in the description. I'll have a Patreon link at the top if you'd like to do some financial contributing to the channel. There's all different tiers from small to big, so you can check that out. And if you're new to the channel, one thing I want to mention, this is the very first house I ever fooled with on this channel. I had like a handful of videos. When I was started to renovate this house, it was my idea to do the channel on doing this entire house. And then I bought this house before my wife and I got married, so I was really racing to try to get it finished to where when we got married we could move into it. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.